Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of Daily CGI. Just going to go over a few things today. First of all, I downloaded and purchased 2 audiobooks, The Pixar Touch, The Making of a Company by David A. Price, and Creativity Inc., Overcoming the Unseen Forces That Stand in the Way of True Inspiration by Ed Catmull. I'm going to listen to the Catmull one first because he's a pioneer of the industry, and yeah, I'm getting really into hearing different perspectives of people that were around at such pivotal times in the industry in the early days. Obviously, you see Ed Catmull's name still come up in the 3D modeling software for some of the features that he created, and just an industry pioneer, right? So that should be interesting. And the Pixar Touch, I heard good things about. It's a good entry-level book to hear a bit about the history of the company and how it came to be. And the other one that not an audio book, but I've heard really good things about this new documentary that came out on Disney Plus. It's about Industrial Light and Magic. I forget its name, drawing a blank on that one, but I've heard great things about that. Apparently it covers like the early days when they set up the company to create for the original Star Wars, but then it also because it's 5 or 6 episodes, it covers different aspects and different eras at Industrial Light and Magics, and sort of how they attempted to make the transition from practical effects to CG animation around, I guess, the Jurassic Park era. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that, of course. In terms of Blender, I've got the Blender manual for version 3.4. This thing is like a massive tome. This is huge, and it looks like it has pretty much everything you could hope for. Anything that you don't find in this, apparently you just look up for specific tutorials, or people in the know can elaborate, but yeah, this is a good starting point. So I'm just going to be doing this old school. I'm going to be going from not from start to finish, like sitting down in one day or something. That's just literally impossible. But I'm going to start from the start and work my way through it in a timely manner. So that's the plan anyway. I don't see why that plan would change at any point. Now, in terms of software, I'm using mid-December 2022 Blender. It's like a stable release. I'm not going with experimental. And the thing about it is that there's all these shortcuts. You press Shift A to bring up this add menu, and then you can add meshes and curves and surfaces and whatnot. And they've all got little underlines under the specific letter that you press. So technically you could press Shift A to bring up this menu, and then you press C to go to curve, and then you press C again to create a circle curve. That kind of thing. And apparently this is fundamental for, like, you don't really manually click things around here. Like with most software, shortcuts are key. So that's going to be important for streamlining the whole process. I want to take it a step further. Of course, I'm going to learn these shortcuts and let it become second nature and muscle memory, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I want an alternative as well. So I've got this old school gaming keyboard, the Logitech G510 gaming keyboard. And it allows you to create multiple profiles. The thing that drew me in, I saw this at a secondhand shop and I had to have it. Didn't come with a box or instruction manual, but it was in pretty good condition, so I don't care. But what you can do is create, because there's 18 keys down the left-hand side here, you can create very specific functions or shortcuts or features, right? Not features. Keystrokes. You can record keystrokes. You can do multi-key key presses. You can record the delays between each key press if you really want to. That's more of a gaming thing. But I just thought this would be super useful for Blender. So as an example, to do mesh plane, you go Shift A, and then you'd press M, and then you'd press P to create a plane. So I've entered that there, recorded that. You go, okay. And so instead of pressing all that stuff, Shift A and then all those buttons or clicks, you just go G1, creates the plane. Saves another second or whatever. Now, I'm just going to do that for basically everything. The possibilities are limitless because you got different sort of subcategories here. You got M1, which is G1 through 18. You got M2, which is a fresh set of G1 through 18, so you can program specific things into those ones. And the same with M3, you can do it all over again and have different things. So that's what, 50 plus keys that you can set with unique shortcuts. But then beyond that, you can also create alternative profiles. So if I click over into this profile, default profile 2, it's actually just a duplicate of the original profile for now. But you can then program these G1 through 18 and M2 G1 through 18, etc. With different things. And you can switch it with just a button press. So you might have profile 1, you've got a bunch of shortcuts loaded up. Profile 2, you got a bunch of different shortcuts loaded up. You can just switch and navigate with ease. So I don't want to use that as like becoming dependent on it. So that's why I want to learn the shortcuts in the first place. But I also want to have this option available, and we'll see if it actually helps in any meaningful way to streamline the process even further and make it faster. If it doesn't work out, I'll just scrap it. But I thought it was a possibility. I thought, you know, there's all sorts of devices on the market these days that add these additional key presses and that kind of thing. And to have it built into the keyboard like this with so many, it appeals to me. Of course, you can't get this keyboard brand new anymore on the market. You can only get it secondhand, which is, I guess, why I found it at a charity shop. But I swear by it. It's clunky, it's plasticky, they're not really nice to press, the keys. Because it is so old and it's non-mechanical, but it gets the job done and it's quite unique. So that's that. So I guess that's where we're at today. It was a bit of a waffle. It's always going to be a bit of a waffle, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for a new video tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.